When you look at a camming device, they actually look very simple. They're not. They're very, very complicated things. There's an awful lot that can go wrong when you make them. And our job is to be ultra careful, make sure that every process is nailed. It's in our own charge to get things right. Everybody in the factory who makes our equipment has a really high level of quality. They want to make the best pieces of equipment. For those of you who don't know much about DMM, we're based in North Wales. We're a manufacturing company that makes mountaineering equipment and height safety equipment. We've been here for 30 years now. We're slightly unusual in the fact that we make everything ourselves, from prototyping through to tooling, through to hot forging, cold forging, swaging, machining, the whole shebang right the way through. It's a fantastic thing to do. It gives you a lot of control on what you're doing and where you're going. And when you start to design things, you've always got one eye on how you're going to make them, which is a really, really important thing. Dragon cams, new to us this year. We've spent a lot of time developing them. They're based on a twin axle design. They have a stainless steel cable shaft covered in a nylon sheath, stainless steel terminations that run right the way through and encapsulate the load-bearing element. The cams are forged and made from 6082 T6 material, which gives a high level of grip on the rock, but enough rigidity to achieve the strengths required. Forging is one of our strong points in the company. We have quite a few forging machines from 1,500 tons down to about 300 tons. Lots of experience in doing it, and it allows us to make complicated parts in a quick, efficient manner. It allows us to lose weight and gain strength. Obviously, our hope is that people like them and think that the device gives them an advantage. That's what we want to make happen. We want people to enjoy using the things, feel safe using them, and feel that they're climbing better. That's exactly what we want to do. Right the way through the design, we've been hunting for every single gram that we can get out of the design. Remove everything you don't need, don't compromise any safety, and make the device as flexible in use as you possibly can. The way this is done is via having a twin-holed termination. And this is an aluminium forging that has a stainless steel termination to the cable through it, so that it's absolutely locked on to the axle. It's forged, it's beautifully radiused, it's designed so that this just slips really, really easy with no hassle whatsoever. It cleverly lets the sling fold over the middle to allow it to stay in a tidy position. In use, when you lift it up, the sling drops out of the way, so the thumb loop is easily usable.
Oh, I think they're really smooth. Good range, much bigger range than the old cams. It's really wide. We go from a cam 5 right down to a 3 or something. Yeah, on Neb Direct, I just got to the lip and it's really strenuous, so I just put one cam in. I was happy with it. Just went for it, and then it's a way easier climb if you just then forget about the runners and climb to the top. When you're really struggling and you want to pick a cam up, you know, you've just got more chance of it going in, haven't you, here than before. I think it's a really good bit of kit.
With this, you can palm the device, particularly useful in winter when you've got gloves on. It just falls straight into the hand. We believe that lots of people will actually use them in that sort of manner, with the groove in the palm of their thumb. But it gives people the chance to change. Big hands and small hands, it just gives more option. We spent a long time going around this. Many prototypes of different ways of solving the problem. This is our end result. We're very happy with it. It also allows us to colour the thumb grip, which gives you a very clear identification in using the device. Camming devices are probably one of the most complicated bits of climbing equipment there are. They're also one of the most patented devices in climbing. This is my file on camming device patents, and as you can see, it is a monstrous amount of paper. Just to pick a couple out of here that are very, very important, that would be the original patent of Ray Jardine, which is 1980, and this is obviously the mother and father of all camming devices, the Friend. Everything is based around this. This was the inspiration for every other device that exists. The other patent that I think is very relevant is twin axle cams, and that patent designed by a gentleman called Tony Christensen. And Tony is a very famous designer from America. Ray Jardine was a rocket scientist, very clever guy. He wanted to get an angle and a material specification where the friction was enough to give security. I certainly believe he did a fantastic job, and in our cams we based our camming angle around the magic 13.75 as specified by Ray Jardine. I personally see no reason to alter that on a cam of the sizes that we're producing. So we've combined within these patents to get a new device. The way the sling works is clearly our own and is unique, and we have patented that because we think it's quite an interesting way of extending the user-friendliness of cams.
Right, I'm ready when you are, Lucy.
You ready?
Enjoy it.
Oh. I'm not quite sure what you...
Must have pretty much been a solo before cams were.
Oh God, yeah. Wasn't it the first route they did on Friends or something when Ray Jardine came over?
Yeah, I did hear that.
There are more patents on camming devices than any other piece of equipment used in climbing. And I personally think that it's one of the three great inventions in rock climbing that has taken the sport forward. My own personal view, you may or may not agree with me, my top three are nylon ropes, which took safety forward a huge leap and actually made people feel safe that they could actually fall off. Sticky rubber, huge difference to the performance of climbers.
Pretty handy the colour coding on it, isn't it?
Yeah, they work really
The
well.
other great invention is the camming device.
Yeah, a nice little place to put your thumb as well.
Yeah, but you can. I like the fact that you can palm them as well.
Yeah.
You know, you just get them. Works pretty well.
You've got to be quite careful though to make sure you put the crab, if you are going to extend it, put the crab in the loop that's got the plastic tab on. If you do that, it's jobs are good and basically just saves faffing about with quick draws. It's brilliant. I love it.
Just that means you can click and you can keep going.
Oh.
You've got a double rack of small cams there.
This has allowed climbers to go to places they would have never gone before. They would have never been able to adequately protect quick enough to allow them to get to where they want to go. I think it is a fantastic invention.
Yeah, they're quite sort of, with that thummy bit on, it's quite easy to sort of get them back out as well.
I'm sure there are still many, many engineers out there who are working away, searching for the holy grail of the next development. It's a very hard act to follow. They're great pieces of engineering.
So what do you reckon to these new cams then?
They're really cool. Really, yeah, they look really stylish, which is nice. Always nice for the girls.
Yeah, and boys. Well, we like style too.
Okay.
We got I like the anodised. The anodised really also makes it easier for racking, I guess. Just racking up and quick selection.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're going to make them last longer as well. If you're climbing like in Pembroke, you know, with the anodised on, it's going to last a lot longer.
Yeah.
A lot longer.
I really like this thumb termination. You can get it in your palm and push it in like that, or just do it with your thumb. And you've got lots of little grooves on, so your thumb doesn't slip off.
Ideal, really.
Tell you what, you've got to be careful of though, isn't when you're, you know, extending the quick draws, just to make sure that you put the crab in the bit of sling that's got that plastic bit on. But that's, yeah, you know, once you get used to that, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're great. They're really light. The action's really nice, and they've got. I think they've used the same. Is it the same camming angle that they used on the original?
Yeah, the Ray Jardine's one. Yeah, for camming angles for the holding power and the range.
Yeah.
So it works really, really well. It's quite crazy how that's still the best one all these years later.
I know, but the range on these is fantastic.
It's huge, isn't it? Absolutely immense. Really, really, really good. Really big fan of that. Which means you can carry fewer cams as well.
Yeah, going to give more options, isn't it?
Yeah, happy days.
Awesome.
In DMM, we've been making camming devices since about 1996. Tested thousands of different devices to destruction. And that knowledge has helped us in the development of a Dragon Cam. I can't imagine how much money we have torched in developing these. It doesn't actually bear thinking about. But it has been lots of fun. At DMM, we have a very skilled workforce. From design through tool making and on into the product manufacture. We believe this gives us the ultimate control of the product quality. We manufacture all the tooling and equipment you need for production. I'm particularly proud that everybody in the factory who makes our equipment has a really high level of quality in them. They want to make the best pieces of equipment, and in the end, I hope that the people who buy our equipment actually see that level of care and expertise that goes into the product. We're very, very proud that these things are made in Wales by us.